Greetings, humans, and other quaintly inferior life forms. It is I, Reginald Fitzgeoffrey Splodington, the Ninth. It is my pleasure today to welcome you to the world of Petrolith, a land the gods have forsaken and abandoned. My lab assistants and I have recently escaped from the prison in Port Lomax and found our way down to the docks. Here we begin the next leg of our adventure. High seas, Hijinks. We haven't done anything wrong.
Shit, are we actually guilty of this?
We're screwed.
You dimwitted oafs tried to put me away.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh shit!
Just turn him sideways, Rob.
No.
Just turn him sideways.
Bruh.
No.
Did you get another one?
I'm pushing.
Ah,
So, Brynox, it is your turn. If anybody was going to do the people's elbow,
At last.
once you, wipe out the cult, you'll either have enough evidence to clear your names, or they will manage to bring a Nosem back and it won't matter.
We escaped prison, we killed all the guards, we freed all the prisoners, and then we met a pirate on the dock.
Not a pirate. Called out to you, and that was where we ended it. So technically you guys are still standing on the docks. If you want to try to approach the captain and charter this ship, do it.
I see here, my good man. Are you taking on passengers at the moment?
I wasn't planning on it, but I could take on a few.
Excellent. Lower the gangplank or whatever that thing is, and let us on. We've got, I think we've got some money, and we need to go someplace that isn't here, if you catch my meaning.
Most times people are traveling is to somewhere they're not currently, otherwise it would defeat the purpose.
Right. I'm just intimating that I'm not terribly picky about where you're going. Where are you going?
Well, we're planning on going to Tharduk, but we're not leaving until we get our shipment in the morning.
Ah, yes. And what would this shipment be?
You know, ores, food, spices,
Uh-huh.
things
And-
they need.
And is it not here yet, or is it in a warehouse somewhere, and you're waiting for sort of bureaucratic red tape to be cut before it, or are your workers not on shift, or what's the holdup? Is what I mean.
Well, I would imagine it's in the warehouse.
Right. And if we instead got these goods for you onto your ship now, could we leave sooner than the morning?
I mean, that's not really how things work. You know, I like to keep things legitimate here.
Excuse us for a moment. All right, everyone. What do we think about laying low until the morning?
Better not to raise suspicion, so I think it's a good idea.
Well, as opposed to trying to convince this gentleman to set sail before the appointed time.
Right.
what time is it now? Like, are we talking about waiting 20 hours, or are we talking about waiting 8?
I'd say it's probably 9 or 10 o'clock at night by now. It's dark, but it's not the wee hours.
Do we feel like guards are going to be searching any ships in the area?
Oh, that's a good plan. Perhaps we could wait on the ship.
No, that's what I'm saying. Are guards going to be searching the ships, or are guards going to come ask this guy if they've seen a group with a bird and a goblin?
We are pretty distinct.
That's a little racist.
Well, listen, I'm sure this chap won't tell anybody that we've been around, and it sounds like his crew is probably off enjoying shore leave for the moment. So maybe we can just get into our cabins early and take a well-needed rest. And if he, if he sells us out to the cops, we'll stab him and take his boat.
I'm down.
Do y'all know how to sail?
I read a book.
I know how to sail.
I'm a very intelligent.
Ongo has
individual.
a boat,
I'm sure I can
so-
figure out.
Yeah, I do
floating
have a
bathtub
boat.
with some bed sheets stapled to it.
And I'm good at looking around and doing surveillance on boats.
Yes.
I'm good at
yes.
not sleeping.
'Cause I
You
can
see,
make...
we practically don't need this gentleman for anything at all.
Maybe we ask him how much he charges and then pay him half up front.
Ah, yes.
If we know where we're sailing, I don't see why we don't just use my boat.
Well,
Do we
your
know where
boat
we're
is-
going?
It's across the ocean. Thorsten is quite a ways from here. Your boat might fit us reasonably comfortably, but the stores it would take to get over there, I think.
I thought that
24
journey
feet.
was...
Yeah, 24 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 6 feet deep. With a deck, rowing seats, 5 seats for oars, a steering car, sorry, an anchor, and a deck cabin.
It's just the one cabin there.
Okay.
I appreciate your boat, and if things go south on the high seas here, we'll get right into your boat hat or whatever.
Okay.
Let's see if this gentleman will ship us in something more resembling civilized accommodations. Captain,
Yes.
would you mind terribly if we took up your offer for passage and then embarked early, as it were? We don't really have a great deal of luggage, and we'd just sort of like to settle in before you set sail in the morning. How does that sound to you?
Oh, that sounds reasonable. There's not really cabins or quarters for you, but we can hang some cots in the storage hold.
I suppose that'll have to do. All right then. That sounds lovely. And we'll pay you half now, and then give you the rest of the gold when we arrive.
Half of what?
I presume you're going to charge us for passage to...
Well, yeah, but how much do you think you're paying for this trip?
I was rather under the impression that you would set that particular price.
It's a fair point. Seeing as how I'm already going there anyway, but also seeing as how you look to be in a bit of trouble, we'll call it 200 gold for the lot of you.
200. Oh dear. We have that much, don't we?
I think we do. I don't.
Y'all are loaded. Are you kidding me?
Oh, hold on. Yes, no, we absolutely have that much. We have 568 gold, 150 platinum.
Oh,
So-
and that's a lot.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
and 300
also have
gold worth of
diamonds.
diamonds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep those around because those are valuable magical reagents. Those,
Yeah, but-
especially that particular figure of 300 gold worth of diamonds. Or we can find some sort of magical use for the diamonds. So let's not hand those over. But yeah, we've got plenty of gold and platinum.
So 100 gold
Yeah.
now. 100 gold on arrival.
Right. Yes.
I do feel like I have to warn you. We are going to Tharduk, dwarven country. They're mighty racist, and you look like quite the eclectic group.
I grew up with dwarves right next door. They were rather a friendly lot. Are they that a great deal different in Tharduk?
Veridian dwarves and Tharduk dwarves?
Yes.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, well, please consider us forewarned. I believe a few of us speak the Dwarven tongue. Maybe we can adjust our accent on the fly as we get there. Yes, well, we appreciate the warning. We'll just get onto your ship now, then, if you don't mind. This is where we want to go, right? This is where the cultists are.
Yeah,
Right.
it seems like they're everywhere.
Well, yes, but
We're gonna have
don't-
to pretty much eliminate one by one.
Well, if that's what it takes, I must admit I'm a right bit miffed by the trouble we've had to go through to sort them out, and it has gotten a tit personal, if I may say so. So, yes, men in dark robes lit on fire. I'm all for it.
Agreed. I speak Dwarvish, but I will say they are pretty racist. If anyone else speaks Dwarvish, who they might like a little better, that might be a better.
Well, they're not gonna like me anyway. I would say Clank looks very visibly nervous about all of this because she's used to being ostracized and doesn't want to anymore.
I speak Dwarvish, but I don't think they're gonna like a talking half corpse.
Half elf, half corpse.
And I speak Dwarvish, but I am pretty sure they are not going to like me at all.
Yeah, honestly, these dwarves, if you're not a dwarf, it doesn't really matter what language you speak. They're gonna dislike you.
Well,
Like,
fuck
to
them.
what
We got something
degree?
to do anyway.
Like, will they like go out of their way to not help us?
Hopefully, they need help.
It depends. It'll vary a little bit person to person, but like as a general rule, you're not gonna get any help from the government. You're not gonna be welcomed as heroes as soon as you step off the boat.
I don't think we were expecting that, but okay. These dwarves are worse than the local dwarves. Got it.
Yes. Well, except for the fact that the local dwarves are now trying to kill you, so I guess they got that going for them.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys step on board, you see a almost equally eclectic crew. And the captain says, "Let me introduce you to the crew. My name's Captain Harrold. This here," and he points back to a bullywug that's very brightly colored. And he says, "This here's my first mate, Grup. Back here, we have Matrolica and Rallia," and he points at a tiefling and a gnome, respectively. "And then back here, this mean-looking halfling is Deallia, and that's your crew."
Becalmed, I'm sure.
They all kind of nod and then just go back to what they're doing.
Clank would like to offer if they need anything, they need any fixing of things while she's here.
No, the boat's actually in pretty good shape. We don't usually let maintenance go unnoticed. We also don't fight a whole lot since we're completely legitimate merchants.
I can provide entertainment on our voyage.
The halfling bard stops what she's doing and looks over at you and kind of protectively reaches back and touches her lute and just narrows her eyes and then keeps doing what she's doing.
Oh, but I like playing with people,
Oh.
not against people.
Like music against someone.
Battle of the Bands.
Sure.
I'm not sure how that would work with a lute and a bongo.
I really feel like they complement each
Is
other
that
just fine.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to go below deck, take a long rest, get ready to set sail in the morning, or is there anything else you want to take care of?
I vote for long rest.
Yeah, we're lying
Yeah.
low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go out to the tavern.
Well, it doesn't have to be the tavern. I thought maybe, you might want to climb the mast, see if you can spit into the ocean. I don't know. I don't know what people do on boats.
I think Reginald is like going through his stocks and like making sure everything is there and all his the glass bottles and laying everything out and sorting and resorting things and assuring him that all of his fancy chemicals are still where they ought to be.
For sure. Also, that reminds me, everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
What? Oh, for seasickness?
You're on a boat.
Chilling
I
in
got
my
a-
flippy floppies.
I got a 17.
16.
I got a 16 plus 2 is 18.
Zach,
It's a pretty boat. Doop.
don't go exploring.
Okay, 8 plus 2. No, I've got a proficiency in saving throw, so 8 plus 5 is 13.
You are all fine, except for Zach.
Oh.
Zach, you're not yarfing just yet, but you're feeling pretty nauseous from the rocking, even at port. Like,
Reginald
sh-
has never been on a boat before. I think the first boat he was on was the boat hat of Emily's, so...
I have sailed before, so I am used to this.
I've definitely been on a boat.
yes.
And I'm undead. I don't give a shit.
I don't have an inner ear.
Oh, this is bad. I can barely finish my barnacles. Oh, this is... Why does anybody travel this way? Oh, this is... Have we left yet? Are we there yet? Oh, I can't stand this.
Would you like for me to sing you a song so that you maybe don't focus on your sight?
Yeah, fine. Yes, I'll try anything. Yeah, the soothing... what do you call it? Music. Oh,
Do, 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 do.
Can Clank roll for medicine to try to help him?
Come up with some
Yeah, just, I don't know, go to the galley and mix together some crap. Make it tea.
yeah, roll a medicine check to see if you can mix up some homemade Dramamine.
Oh, it wasn't good. I might have made it worse. 8.
Are you making a pill, or are you making a drink, or are you
Trying to make
making
it tea.
a tea? Okay. Zach, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, haha!
The tea is terrible, and you manage to will yourself out of nausea just so that you don't have to drink any more of the tea.
oh, that was dreadful. Oh, wow. Ugh. Oh, I can't do that again. Just deep breath.
Task
Deep
failed
breaths.
successfully?
Yes. Thank you. You know what? Next time I come down with any sort of illness at all, or even if I'm dead, Clank, you just remind me of your tea, and I'm sure I will spring back to full health in self-defense. Yes.
I'll make some tea. No, I'm good.
Thank you so much.
Pleased with herself.
I feel much better now, and I don't need any more of that ever again. Whew. Now I'm going to go sort some potion bottles.
So as you guys are settling in for the night, Matrolica, the tiefling comes downstairs and starts hanging up canvas cots in between posts and stacking crates to kind of make you a couch. And then she just turns and looks at all of you and just shakes her head and walks back upstairs without saying a word.
You know, I don't think these sailors like us very much. I think we're delightful. Well, let's get settled in. Hopefully the creatures I hear about haunting the high seas were only fancy fairy tales for young goblins. I shall try not to think about that too much. Good night, everyone.
All right. So you guys are going to sleep there.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up the next morning to a very bright light coming in from the ceiling as they open up the large cargo door on the deck so that they can load stuff in. So you're woken a little abruptly, and then all of a sudden you hear the sound of crates being lowered into the hold. And then the captain comes walking down the stairs, and he sees you all start stirring. And he goes, "Well, we're loading up now. We should be setting sail in about an hour or so. I will say, some of your friends came knocking in the middle of the night. My first mate answered their questions. They were asking about a group of prisoners. My first mate's pretty blind, though, so she didn't see anything. But we should be ready to go soon."
Captain, I can't tell you how much we appreciate that particular sudden bout of selective blindness. Do you need any assistance around the ship while you're preparing to set sail?
No, I think it's best at this point that you lot lay low. If you want to try to help out later once we're out in the open sea, it wouldn't go amiss, but maybe stay below decks for now.
I think we can manage that. Thank you so much.
As he heads back upstairs, Matrolica, Deallia, and Rallia did not do that on purpose. I need a name generator. I'll come downstairs.
Brendan, Jaden, okay, Den.
Okay, then. David number 2. There's no David.
See, that's great. That's amazing.
So they come downstairs. They start moving crates around. They're kind of talking amongst themselves, but they're not really acknowledging you. You're not sure if it's because they don't like you for some reason, or if they're just shy, or maybe they just don't want to get attached.
Well, they certainly did us a solid there by misdirecting the police. So they can't be all bad.
A couple hours goes by. The last crate's loaded in. The crew all go back upstairs, and you hear with a slight creak, but not a loud one because the ship is, like the captain said, very well maintained. And a bang, you hear the cargo door shut, and the light disappears, and the hold is now dark again. And you hear yelling from upstairs, like a ship getting ready to set sail. Untie the lines, set the mizzen mast. I don't know sailing stuff.
Set the sheet, not the sheet.
Still not the sheet. You already tried that one.
It's from Frozen or Moana.
Definitely not Frozen. Hey, we're recording. Don't say anything about Disney or we're gonna get sued. You feel the boat lurch as it starts taking off, and the rocking gets a little more pronounced, but not horrible. It's a fairly wide boat, almost like a barge, so it's pretty stable. And you guys are off to sea.
The wizard?
The wizard?
You said we were off to sea.
The wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
No!
Yeah.
Still gonna get sued.